Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? My name is Kent. The channel is EOS San Diego. And it's been a few days since I put a video up, but not for lack of news, because there's been a lot of news going on lately, actually mostly revolving around presidential election here in the United States of America, of which I don't think is the biggest news that's happening right now. I think the biggest news happening right now is that Bitcoin is absolutely going crazy. If you have been noticing, it's up 10% today. This month it's up 50%, and it doesn't seem like there's any end in sight. Keep in mind that Bitcoin hasn't even reached its all-time high, which is close to 20,000. And right now it looks like we're pretty close to breaking 16,000. So this is big news, and has probably little to do with the presidential election. People would like to tie the two together, saying that, well, if Biden wins, it's better for Bitcoin than if Trump wins. I really don't think it matters who wins, although it looks like that the Democrats are going to win. It doesn't really matter who's going to win, because what matters is that at this point in time, there's only a limited supply of Bitcoin. The opportunity to own Bitcoins is for most people, for the average American to own at least one full Bitcoin, is quickly quickly fleeing away. The opportunity, I mean, at $15,000, $16,000, becomes very expensive for someone to buy a Bitcoin. The institutional investors are buying, obviously. The people with a lot of money, the people who have a lot of money invest, are starting to get involved. You're starting to see that happen. When I see, you know, I've been watching this for a few years now, the ups and downs of Bitcoin and all of the cryptocurrencies. And when you see it go up, and then you see maybe a pullback for a few $100s, then go up 1,000, and a pullback for a few $300 or $400, then go up another 1,000, you know you're in a bull run, and that's what we're doing right now. The pullbacks are very small in comparison to the increases. So we know we're in a bull run. It's happening. It's taking off, and it's going, like I say, 20,000 here I think is very easy. 20,000 probably before the end of the year, maybe in the next few weeks, we'll be hitting 20,000. I think early next year, around 30, 40,000 is probably where Bitcoin will start to taper off, or start to be a little bit level off, where it's not taking these big, huge jumps like it's doing now. It could easily be 30, 40, 50,000 before we start to see anything start to slow down very much with Bitcoin. Like I say, just because it's obviously, it's not politics, it's not economy, it's just numbers. It's just the fact that there's only a certain amount available. It is, as we've talked about, as I've talked about many times in this channel, and other people have talked about too, it's money that can be used as money. It's transferable, it's borderless, it's immutable, it's on the blockchain, and it's valuable. I mean, people will accept Bitcoin for whatever it is they have to trade or offer. In fact, very interesting story. I had someone working for me here recently who was completely outside of the area of cryptocurrencies, and I noticed that he had Bitcoin on his phone. I said, hey, can I pay you in Bitcoin? He said, absolutely. So I was able to do a transaction in Bitcoin with somebody that was totally unrelated to cryptocurrency or anything to do with the cryptocurrency market or anything like that. So everyday ordinary people are taking Bitcoin now for their services, and that's going to happen more and more, especially with Bitcoin going up the way it's going up. So this is news, and it's news that isn't getting very much reported, very little reporting, because there's so much other stuff going on, especially, like I said, with the election. So nobody's talking about 10% Bitcoin in one day. Nobody's talking about 50% Bitcoin in 1 month, but they will be pretty quickly. So this hasn't really been talked about very much. I think this is a time to buy a little bit if you can afford it, because I think this is a perfect time to get involved with Bitcoin, because it's being underreported, because other news is taking over, and also because the numbers are still really good, and we're still below all-time highs. So yeah, this is an opportunity that I think is quickly going away, and I think it's an opportunity to pay off very well if you decide to take advantage of it. The other thing, of course, I want to talk about is I want to talk about EOS. EOS is, I think, the last time I looked was $2.30, $2.40. The way cryptocurrency usually works, and I think this is the way it's going to work again this time, is Bitcoin will make a huge run up. People will make a lot of money in Bitcoin, but at a certain point, they'll probably start to get a little worried. I mean, obviously, when you're making 10, 20, 30%, you know, 10% in a day, 50% in a month, you start to get worried that it's going to, you know, somebody's going to start taking some profits off the table, which, you know, ordinarily that would be the plan. You make 50, 60% on your money, you get the money off the table. But with Bitcoin, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, simply because it's about the only alternative you have with this incredible amount of money printing that's going on, not only in the United States, but around the world. And the only way you can kind of protect yourself is to get in something like Bitcoin or some other investment. But I think Bitcoin's probably the safest place you can be in order to hedge yourself against the inflation. So I don't know that people will be selling, but at some point, and wherever that point is, I don't know. But at that point, then people will take the money off the table. Some of the money will come back. And people will look for other places to make those kind of returns, because you start getting addicted to that kind of return. You know, when you see 10% in a day, 50% in a month, then you kind of continue to want to see that over and over again. That's what drives people to the alternative coins, the alt market, the Ethereums, the EOSs, you know, all the other coins. That's where people will start to jump to those coins, and that's what's going to probably happen here. So I look at early next year, EOS, Ethereum, maybe Ethereum a little bit sooner because of DeFi, but the EOS will be much higher earlier next year. It'll probably take a little bit of a run up, a little bit more of a run up in Bitcoin before EOS starts to take off. But definitely keep your eyes on EOS at $2.50, $2.60. It could do a $5 real quick, real easy, especially where EOS is so far from its all-time highs of close to $20, $21, something like that. So yeah, the market's very, very good right now. Probably the only thing right now that's exciting, in my opinion, is the crypto market. And it's you know, after watching it for a number of years, like I've been watching it, to see it do this well, this you know, is very exciting for me to see. And maybe that's why I haven't been making so many videos, because it's just exciting for me to see this, and I'm just entertained by watching it. So you know, obviously I see this going on. I want to talk about it, but you know, I was kind of waiting to see what was going to exactly happen with the election, but I think it looks like it's going to drag on for a few more days. So I'll just we'll just talk about Bitcoin right now and EOS. And one other thing, we have recapitalized our coin, the Challenge token. So Challenge has been recapitalized. What we've done with Challenge is we have burned half the tokens that we had to begin with. To start off with, we started the tokens when we originally had the airdrop 2 or 3 years ago. We started out with 2.7 billion Challenge tokens. We burned half of those tokens last week. We are down to 1.3 billion. So we have burned half the tokens for our Challenge application, Challenge app. And of course, the app is running great. You can check it out on iOS or the Google Play Store. Simply go to Challenge, CHALLENGE, EOS. It's in both Android and iOS. So yeah, check it out, because we've got the latest version going. We're doing really, really well with that. And hopefully people will start to play around with it a little bit, because there's been some interesting challenges here recently. And we've had a lot of fun with it. And some people are doing some really amazing things business-wise. I mean, it's a great advertiser for business and a great advertiser for anything you want to do. I've shown that number of times by creating challenges for certain things and how well it's done. I mean, I've gotten hundreds of people to be involved with challenges to promote something or do something. So it's been working really well as an advertiser, and also as a way to have people accomplish things, and also airdrop and geodrop and do everything you want to do with it, and post videos. You can post a video now. So we created a way for you can actually put a link on the Challenge application for whatever video you want to do. In fact, I think I might put this video on the Challenge app. So there's a lot of things going on with that. And like I said, we've recapitalized, so we've had half as many outstanding tokens as we had originally. The price really hasn't reflected that yet, because I don't think many people understand that. And of course, with CoinGecko, they still haven't shown it to be recapitalized. So there's an advantage there that where the price hasn't really gone up much, because people haven't realized that we burned half the tokens. So the price has pretty much stayed the same without people realizing what we've done. So I'm gonna put that out right now. So if you wanna take advantage of maybe a quick way of an arbitrage, or taking advantage of the fact that the price is actually calculated with twice as many tokens as it really is, this is kind of something that people don't really know yet, because obviously it's not widely understood, and people don't really look at tokens outstanding. I think that's one of the issues. If I could be just a little bit negative with EOS for a second, is there is 1 billion EOS tokens outstanding. Now I know when you take the billion times the price, it's still market cap is what counts, but there's really only like 21 million Bitcoin ever to be mined, but realistically, there's probably only about 14 or 15 Bitcoin that will ever exist due to the people losing them early on, or losing private keys, or people dying without having other people know the private keys of the person that mined the Bitcoin. So yeah, the amount of outstanding makes a huge difference in price cap, market cap. So we have burned half our tokens. The reason we did that is because we wanted to take advantage of the good market, and we wanted to take advantage of the fact that people are starting to come into the market, and we wanted to make it more attractive for people to buy the challenge token as a way to as an investment for people to prosper and make money from. So that's why we did that. And plus, we give some tokens away whenever we're doing challenges, or when we have people help us with the application to help us market it or do anything. We give away some of the tokens. So we wanted to create some more market for it, and that's what we've done. So that's right now going on. So look for this thing to clear up real soon as far as this election is concerned. Like I say, either guy I don't really know helps or hurts Bitcoin. I mean, obviously, Trump wasn't a big fan of Bitcoin. He stated it a couple times. I don't even know where Biden is. I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, these guys are two guys that are from a previous generation. If you knew the truth of it, they're much like probably Warren Buffett, where they don't even use email. So these guys, although I don't even think Trump does his own tweets. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, but I don't know. But, I'm not sure that he's very technologically savvy, especially when it comes to something like cryptocurrencies. I don't know that Biden is either. So I don't know personally if they have much, they would have much effect on what happens with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's going to have much to do with it. I think it's on an upward, it's going the direction it's going because of the numbers, because simply there's not much supply. There's a tremendous amount of demand. It's got legitimacy. It's gone through the hard times. It's gone through the times where people originally that did Bitcoin got thrown in jail. Now you've got people like Mike Novogratz, who's a billionaire hedge fund manager from Goldman Sachs, touting it every day on CNBC and all the other channels that he's on. And I've had Mike Novogratz on this channel. I actually talked to him up in San Francisco when we were at the hackathon up there. So you got a guy like that who's well connected, who's pushing Bitcoin every day. You've got PayPal pushing Bitcoin. You've got, all the other people. You've got the guy from Twitter pushing Bitcoin. You got a lot of people pushing Bitcoin. So it's got legitimacy right now. It's real money. It can be exchanged. Like I said, I have someone working for me who I paid in Bitcoin. So literally somebody that, just got into Bitcoin a few months ago is already accepting Bitcoin for their services in the real world. So it's got legitimacy, and he's very happy because I paid him in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was about $12,000. So Bitcoin went from 12,000 to almost 16,000. So you better bet whatever Bitcoin that I gave this gentleman, he's pretty happy that he got Bitcoin instead of getting paid in those greenbacks that we usually deal in, or credit card or whatever else I would have used. So yeah, he got paid in real money. He got paid in Bitcoin, and he's made a nice appreciation. Probably made as much on the appreciation of the Bitcoin that I paid him as he would have made on the profit of the job. So anyway, yeah, this is pretty exciting times where you can actually do something like that. Do a job, get paid in Bitcoin, and your Bitcoin appreciates as much as probably your profit was in the services or job that you're performing or whatever it is you're selling. So anyway, exciting. And this is why Bitcoin's going to continue to rise. So if you are at all skeptical about this, you're going to wait too long. You're going to wait too long. And if you're skeptical at all, you're going to miss out on the opportunity to make some fast money pretty quickly, because we haven't reached all-time highs with Bitcoin. We're a few $1,000s away, and I think this is the way. I think everything else is the top of the market, as far as the stock markets and the NASDAQ and all these other things. Gold, pretty close to the top. Bitcoin's going to be there too, especially with the rally that we're at right now. You're going to see it at 20,000 very, very soon. Quick opportunity to make some money with Bitcoin, because I think the way it's trending and the way it's rallying, it's certainly going to make its all-time highs here pretty quick. I appreciate you watching.